Well, hello, everybody. How's everyone doing on this Thursday evening? It's a weird day to have a chat with Al, but why not, right? Anyone watch the All-Star game? I enjoyed it. It was a well-played game. You had a catcher, 32 years old, first All-Star game, hitting the game-winning homer. The pitching was excellent. Craig Kimbrell almost blew the game like he did for the Red Sox. I was happy. It was a well-played game. Yeah, it was a well-played game. What didn't I like about the All-Star game? I didn't like the uniforms. Did not like the uniforms in the All-Star game. And again, hello to the FOC. What's going on? We're going to find out what you've been playing, how your projects are going. Did you pick up anything on any sale? And just in general, how's everyone doing? Also, hello, Frank Wayne Scott. Hello, our good friend Chris from Delaware, lower, slower board gamer. Also, if you could please check out Highlight Heyday. And he's run into some health issues. And just check out his latest videos, and he explains it. And just check out the videos. And if you want to, he has set up a GoFundMe, but it's up to you. But at least go check out his videos. Send him a like. Leave him some comments. It cheers him up. He says he enjoys watching all of us, the people who stream. It helps him when he goes through his treatments. So we can give back a little. It doesn't have to be monetarily. But at least go by, say hello, check out his streams. He's playing some cricket. It's actually kind of fun to watch and listen to. That's Highlight Heyday, and I will put that link in the chat in a bit. Let's say hello to some people here. Let's start at the top, I guess. Jack Thompson. Where is everyone? We're here. I started a little late. Had to take care of Wyatt for a bit. He got a little, was in the computer room. I was going to put him on, but he will not sit still. God bless him. Love little Wyatt. Keeps me sort of young. I better get in shape. So I'd like to say hello to Jack Thompson, Philip Reynolds, Jim L. Hopeball as well, Brian Hoxie, Max Cornelius. Continue to scroll down. We already said hello to our good friend Chris. Check out his wonderful channel. Check out Philip Reynolds' channel. Frank Wayne Scott, my wrestling guru friend. Love reading his stuff in Filsinger's promotions. Michael Canastari, my paisano. How you doing? How you feeling, buddy? Robert Bryant, how are you? All right. Anyway, first discussion, All-Star game. I enjoyed it. I didn't like the uniforms. Jim L says, I miss when the All-Star players wore their own uniforms. I haven't watched an All-Star game in I was trying to think, 3-4 years. I don't know how long they've been not wearing their uniforms. They don't even wear their own hats. I mean, they do. Like, if it was a Red Sox player, they wore the American League colors with the B. I wish they'd go back to their old way of doing things. I could give or take or lose. I can take it or leave it, I guess. The miking up of players, it's interesting. Take it or leave it. But I like them to wear their own uniforms. The game was wonderful. The game was well played. They played to win. It was well played. I enjoyed it. Excellent pitching, and you had home runs. It was a fun game, in my opinion. Brian Hoxie. I follow a group on Facebook that posted a ton of team photos from All-Star games in the 70s. So cool. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I remember I used to just love looking forward to the All-Star game. Nurse Teresa said, my wife, she said, I thought you wanted to watch a little bit of the All-Star game. I forgot. I said, oh, yeah, I want to watch it. And I enjoyed it. I'm glad she reminded me. I was playing some games. She went to bed. I was watching on the TV. Frank Wayne Scott, getting ready for my ROH pay-per-view heat wave using Filsinger Games, Brian Danielson versus Kevin Steen in my main event. That should be a doozy. And Filsinger Games has their new set coming out, their Hall of Fame set, if you're interested. I have to put in, I don't know if you can pre-order that yet. Can you pre-order that yet, Frank? Michael Canastari's feeling great. Awesome sauce. Noble Piercy, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Jack Thompson, they need to change the format to USA versus the world. Interesting concept, Jack. I like American League, National League, but maybe if they did that every other year, would be interesting. I loved baseball in the 70s when I was a kid. I think we all loved everything when we were kids. But yeah, I agree with you, 70s, 80s. W. Voggs, check out his wonderful channel. So the pre-order is up. All right, I got to go. I'm going to pick up that pre-order for, the wrestling cards. Nurse Teresa wondered what I'm talking about. Frank, did they give a list of all the wrestlers? I saw Nikita Koloff. Oh, who did they just? I saw one other wrestler. I can't. But I saw Nikita Koloff was in it. Thomas Bartley. Who do you think's going to win the World Series? Not the Red Sox. Too early to tell. I like Texas was playing really hot. They've toned back. They've come down to earth a bit. Texas is tough. Atlanta's pretty tough. You never know what happens once you get in there. Salvador America, hope you're feeling better, my friend. Listen to Jim L. Smash that like button. Thank you, Jim L. Greatly appreciate it, buddy. Mark Jones, friend, confidant, and manager trainer of Primo Canera. Ooh, first thing we're going to show you. I'm still pissed that Lee Mazzilli didn't get the MVP in the 79 All-Star game. Lee Mazzilli was my boy. Paul Orndorff. Yes. Thank you, Salvador America. I saw those. I saw Nikita Koloff. I was gonna say Nikita Khrushchev. That'd be funny if he had a wrestling card. He could be using his Hey, Nikita Khrushchev's foreign object would be the shoe. Right? Remember when he was in the UN? You seen when he was banging the shoe on the thing like a gavel? Jim L says, I hope the Braves win it all. Jim Ross. Oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, I don't use those cards, but I like the artwork. Wilbur Snyder. Cool. Very good. Very good. You're welcome. You're welcome, Salvador America. Noble Piercy. I was fortunate to be at the All-Star game where Rose ruined FOC. 1971? Was it 71 or 72? FOC was with the Indians then. Rose obviously was with the Reds. Now, I'd be great if they had San Martino. I have a couple of free bootlegs of San Martino. And if anyone wants to get that link, just tell me. I'll put it in the chat. They're free. They're free. You don't have to pay a thing for them. They're free. I didn't make them. There's people put them up there. Slower board gamer. I could see the All-Star game giving the winner that year home field advantage. They used to do that. I like that. They said, oh, we can't do that. I like that. They gave home field advantage in the series. I like that. They played hard. They did that for a few years, Chris. Then following season, give it to the loser. Oh, and on the off year, MLB versus World. Oh, wait a second. I misread. I could see the All-Star game giving the winner that year the Hall of Fame. Oh, I got it. 1 year, the winner gets the home field advantage for the World Series. Then the following season, give it to the loser. They might lose. I like the alternating years. American League, National League, and then MLB versus the world. Or USA versus the world. Because then it'd just be MLB players. But I like MLB versus the world. That'd be pretty cool. Or MLB versus Korea. MLB versus Japan. 2 games. That'd be pretty cool. Extend the All-Star break slightly by 1 day. That'd be cool. Actually, you don't even have to. You could have a double header. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Boris Malenko, father of Dean, right? Father of Dean Malenko, for real or for fake? I think he was father of Dean. Robert Bryant says, I'm looking for the Orioles. Cool. 1970 was when I think Jim L is saying 1970 Rose and Fosse. Yeah, that was, and they went out to dinner the night before. I read a story about that. I believe that's true. Salvador America. They should just alternate 1 year. AL has home field advantage. The next NL gets the home field advantage. Oh, for the World Series? That's not bad. I could live with that. I think, to be honest with you, best record. I think that's what they do now. Best overall record. I like that. But I enjoyed the World Series. And the Filsinger Games has their Hall of Fame set coming out. Dean Malenko, Wilbur Snyder, Jim Ross, Paul Orndorff, Nikita Koloff. Midlife Crisis, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. All right, let's get to the first. Some of these things I think I've mentioned, but the first thing we're going to show off, not that we're going to show off. I really don't do unboxings. Let's just see here. I picked up, pardon me, I have to clean up my studio at some point, right? Hold on. So we picked up, wonderful. We picked up, I had the PDFs already. I've mentioned this, but I picked up the hard copy of Glory Days College Football. And I've been learning how to play the hybrid mode. Was playing a little bit. Now this is not what this is, a PDF freebie. And if you don't have it, you can probably email Anthony to get the 66 Notre Dame and 66 Michigan State and 84 BYU, a couple other teams. This is the printed card. Okay. Army. I was playing Army versus Notre Dame. Fooling around. It was 3-3. But so I picked up the all-time great sets because I love my old college football teams. And again, this is Michigan. This is another PDF freebie. And again, if you have the game, if you bought the printed version, you can probably do, and you can probably email Anthony and he'll send you I'm not going to speak. You can just email Anthony and see if you can get there's 3 or 4 he did special to add to it. Anthony's a great guy, as we all know. And you should support Anthony if you enjoy football or boxing. But the card stock it's beautiful, beautiful. The game's very easy to understand. I usually played the full mode, right? Drive by drive. But I played the hybrid mode. Once I get it down a little better, I think I want to stream it. I've played a few games playing play-by-play call, which is very fun. Once I get the hybrid mode down, I'm going to stream it. I think we'll do the first quarter fast mode and then hybrid. So, but I love my college football. I really do, especially the old teams. And I hope he puts out a few more older teams. It's tough. It's tough doing research on old college teams. You can't find a lot of defensive numbers. It's very tough. Dave Gardner is here. Well, let's go back here. Midlife Crisis. Good. Just spent 20 minutes looking at APC website trying to decide what to buy regarding their sale. Action PC? Couldn't make up my mind, so I'm here. So much good stuff. Dave Gardner, check out his wonderful channel. Oh, he had a fun Digital of Dice with Steve. Now they got me saying Steven Tyler. Steve Tower. Jesus. Mark, that is a funny joke Marco Scola did. It was Dave Gardner, Steve Tower, and of course Uncle Ron Juck. It was absolutely beautiful. Dave Gardner said, I did an unboxing video of dozen donuts. Awesome. I love donuts. Mark Jones. I always thought the last 2 weeks of July, Major League Baseball should shut down, play the All-Star game, then allow the players to attend Hall of Fame induction in uniform. That's kind of cool. All right, so then I also picked up, and see, this is my PDFs, which I printed on. But again, the difference in the PDFs I did on 110 cardstock, they're not glossy. So, okay, so here's, okay, we can show you the difference. And again, the PDFs are really good. And where's Army? That's Notre Dame. I just want to show you. Okay, so this is Army, the printed set, and this is Army, the PDF. You can see it's a little smaller. That's all. Either way, it's good. But I like games. I like both because sometimes I can use Excel to use the PDFs, but it's something about rolling the dice. Dice, different colors, awesome sauce. So we picked up that. We also picked up the regular college football teams. And let's put this back here. There's a lot of regular college football teams. We're going to see how bad UMass is. That's for sure. Anyway, they're still in the bubble wrap. And there's every college football team from 2021. The FSB. So that's what we picked up. We also picked up from Glory Days Games. If you like fictional fighters, I mean, they have Sandman Al Sarno, and they have Mule Train Baxter. No weight classes, but it's fun. We'll be doing a little fictional stuff, probably not online, but you can create your own universe, come up with your backstories. Where's the other one I'd like to show quite quickly? You know, I might talk with Anthony and see if people who are Glory Days boxing fans, maybe he can create a card. You know, if you've purchased the game, send you a PDF of yourself. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, Glory Days boxing, very fun game. Glory Days boxing and Glory Days college football can be purchased at sidelinestrategies.com, as well as those are Anthony Crook's games, but there's also obviously Joe Bryant games like Payoff Pitch and his new basketball game, which I can't remember, but it looks cool. So that's what we got. I've talked about it. I haven't really shown it. I fooled around a bit with the fictional set. Again, there's no weight classes, so you can make yourself the cards any weight class. I think I'm just going to pull out. I saw some people doing federations like they would do in wrestling. I thought territories. I thought that was pretty cool. So I might just pull out 8 boxers at a time and see how it goes. But that's I really do enjoy Glory Days college football. We did have it up on the channel. We did it via PDFs and Excel, but it's fun rolling the dice too. So that's what we got from Glory Days Sports. Anthony Crooks, very fine gentleman, as we all know, and we should support the fine gentleman. Also, again, please check out Highlight Heyday, his channel, and I'm going to put that link in the chat soon. So we have some more people. How's Clemson? Well, Clemson was pretty good in 2021, so Clemson's pretty good. Salvador America, 80s, 90s college football is the era I like best. There wasn't so many super conferences. I like that too. I like the old stuff. 70s, 60s. I didn't see the 60s, but, the highlights and reading about it. Rivalries and tradition, absolutely loved it. Well, money rules pretty much everything. I agree. JT 2.0, how you doing, my friend? Richie L, 1991. Doug Hunt. Nice shirt. You like that? This is an AEW shirt. Smart Mark Sterling. I'm billing you for this conversation. He's a manager in the wrestling. He actually lives in the Boston area. He goes to Zombie Hideout in Springfield. He's been there. We haven't seen him yet. I mean, just goes there to buy stuff. He's a big collector of toys. World's Worst Gamer. So how much is the conversation going to cost us, Al? Like the shirt. It's not costing you nothing. Let the ads run. Let's make some cha-ching. Kidding. Cleve baseball fan, how you doing? Tim. Hello, Alan chat. So starved for sports. I'm watching CFL on CBS Sports Network. I like the CFL. I'm going to start watching that again. I watched a lot when Doug Flutie played because Doug's my boy. I got to show you my Flutie Flakes. I still have a box of unopened Flutie Flakes. It's hilarious. Love Doug Flutie. He got hosed over by the Patriots and Buffalo. World's Worst Gamer. Did you get that during the Steam sale? My shirt? No. Cream, that's all I got to say about that. World's Worst Gamer. Okay, he's saying hello. Richie L. I went to an AEW pay-per-view back in 2019. I got the actual physical ticket. That's the last time I ever expect to get physical tickets. Yeah, you don't. We're going to Hartford. Nurse Teresa got tickets. We're going to Hartford for Collision, Saturday Collision, a couple of weeks. We're going to see MJF and Adam Cole most likely tag up, and we're psyched about that. Cash rules everything around me. I like it. I like it. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? What are we going to do? Oh, let's do this one. And what's pretty cool about this game, it's actually like my Fran Tarkinen game. I showed a picture up on, that's my thing I put the camera in when I do card and dice. Vince Lombardi football. It's very similar to Fran Tarkinen football game that I have, but I love the artwork. The Fran Tarkinen football game is a little more sturdy, more solidly built, but what they had in Vince Lombardi football, and I'll open it up in a second and show you, they have solitary play, which is pretty cool. They show you how it's a Vince Lombardi basic game plan that you'll play against. You can tweak it. They have something similar to what I did with my Fran Tarkinen game a couple of times I showed on the channel. Individual ratings. They do it differently, though. They do it differently. And there's also a site, and I can't remember it, that you can actually buy new seasons. I was thinking about making seasons, but I might just for $14 buy you get all the seasons they have, plus the game PDFs. So, but what's cool about this, I'm going to show you what's cool about this. You don't need 4,000 pages for rules, people. Sometimes you do, and even, they're showing examples. Sometimes they overkill the rules, and sometimes they overkill the fun of the game because they try to get every last little freaking detail in there. And that's cool for some things. For PC games, yes. All right, so not in bad shape. I mean, it's not in great shape, but I didn't buy it to resell. I bought it for me. And I tell you, I love the box. I really do. God rest his soul. Vince Lombardi died way too young. All right, so I'm going to open it up here. Now, the Fran Tarkinen is much more sturdy. Now, what you do is you keep this in the box, like the cover, and you just put it up. So this is it's very fun game. It's Fran Tarkinen with a little more detail. This is the same exact chart as Fran Tarkinen, except Fran Tarkinen had to stand, and you could stand it up. When I first started doing YouTube streams, and I think that's one of the first things I did, card and sort of dice. So this is really, again, not in the best shape, but very playable. Very playable. And again, there's PDFs. I think it's Everyday Sports or something like that. So let's just put this down over here and be careful that I don't break it. What do we have here? Everyday Player Games. Yes, thank you very much, Midlife Crisis. I'm going to buy the football one just so I don't have to make those seasons. But they don't have 74, so I think I'm going to take a shot at making that one. Which I might not use. The way I think I would make my seasons, I'm not going to use the letter ratings. I'm just going to go plus minus with numbers. But Hartford, my brother used to call the Whalers in the NHL the Hartford Whalers. He was a Bruins fan. I love the Whalers. I wish they were still there. That would be me in writing rules. Every last freaking detail. No. I don't mean that. That's different. You're explaining your game. I'm talking about when someone overcomplicates a game. I'm going to show you the rules in a second. I'm just trying to get back to the chat. Oh, World's Worst. I picked up Risk, which was free, but I bought the zombie maps. After I bought the zombie maps, you had to buy this other thing. I was like, really? Because they weren't zombies. So that was fun. Fun little game. I played the living snot out of it the first day I played it. We'll put some of that on the channel. It's really quick and fun. The box is big. Midlife Crisis. Great mementos of that game. Had solo rule. Yes, I'm going to show you. It's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful game. So, again, these are the defensive cards. It's meant to play against someone. Now, the Fran Tarkenton cards had like a nice back to it, but these are fine. So they went a little more chintzy on the, I'm going to say it's 110 card stock, to be honest with you. And again, this is from 1970, I think. So you have your defense. You make your play call. If I was playing, say, Midlife Crisis, I would pick my defensive call, and you put it on the table. Obviously, you don't show him, so you'd see the back of it. He would make his call, and he'd say, bomb on 1st and 10. I'd be like, oh, I'm so hosed. I called key the six-man line. I was playing full out for the run. All right, so that's kind of cool. Okay, now this really didn't come with the game, but the guy threw it in. A little scoreboard. Wrong way. A little scoreboard. I don't think this came with a different game, I'm pretty sure. All-Pro Football scoreboard. But it was in there. I was happy about that. So you can keep score. That's kind of cool. I like cool stuff. Also, I don't know if these were original, but little football markers. Can't go wrong with those. Love them. See? Like the little football markers. I don't know what the hell these are, but they're in there. Y and Z, I don't know. Maybe this actually is 10 yards. Maybe that's what they were using this for. This is actually 10 yards on the game, like you can shift it. So maybe this is their down marker. I don't know. I was wondering. Okay. So came with dice. Love my dice. Woo! Standard. These are not the original dice. I don't think so. Yeah, they're dirty though. Could be. So. Yeah. I knew what you meant, Midlife Crisis. Bernard Strom, how you doing? Check out his wonderful channel. Willow Streets Kid, 1969 or 69. Good to see you, my friend. Everyday Player Games is the website. Yep. Thank you. Willow Streets Kid, 69. Detroit Red Wings Steve Yzerman. Cutter Historical, check out his wonderful channel. He picked up some World Cup seasons for classic soccer. Fun game. Risk 1996 PC was such a great game. Yes, it was. All right. Midlife Crisis. Down marker and eraser for the wax crayon used on the game board. That's right, because you can do that. So we're going to show you the quick game board. Got to be very careful with the paperwork. It's very old. So, again, this is Fran Tarkenton. I have the same game board, except it says Fran Tarkenton. So this is the board you would put flat. Okay? Again, brilliant game. It's still fun. You can actually adapt it to play now. You just have to change a few things. But, oops. There we go. And you have all your rules. Okay? And like Midlife Crisis was saying, you would mark off your time, and you can change the way you want to time it, and then you would erase it. You could also, we never wrote, my brother and I played this, again, the Fran Tarkenton version, which is over there somewhere, and I've done videos on the channel. So again, this, very sturdy, okay? So you would roll You would look at the corresponding role in the ratings, and then you would mark it off here. It's a lot of fun. Excellent two-player game. Excellent. Probably the best two-player football game, in my opinion. I played Strat when I was a kid. I've not played APA. So, again, I've only played a few football games. So this is really cool. Yep, Fran Tarkin. I still have them. Now I have both. Before I die, I'm collecting everything I wanted that I can. David Zielinski's here. Ooh, Thunder. We're going to hit up Thunder Boomer. If I go off air, I apologize. David Zielinski. Good evening, Al in the chat. Hope all is well, everyone, on this Thursday night. Thunder Boomer moving in. All right, so that's that. Let's put this over here. Very gentle. Actually, let's put this back in here. Got to be very gentle with this. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go to that site, Everyday Players. I'm going to buy the game. It's $14.95, and you get all the seasons they did. And they even did the World Football League, which could be fun. And they did a little more quarterback ratings, which is ironic because I was thinking about that before I even knew about that site. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to rate the quarterbacks for their completions, their completion percentages. All right, let's put this back. I think it's raining out now. I watered the garden too. Man, was it dry. We thought it was going to rain yesterday. It didn't. And then I said, oh, it's going to rain at night. This is not going back in. All right, what is this stuck on? There we go. Okay, let's shut that. Don't break it, Al. There we go. There we go. Save the day. Actually, I did that the wrong way. That's wrong. There we go. This way. There we go. I did it the wrong way. Al nearly broke the box. All right, so that's really cool. As Glory Days college football is now fell on the floor. We'll pick that up after. Live YouTube. There we go. All right, put that down there as I'm creating a fort on the floor. So, these are your instructions. 4 pages. Explains everything. But what is really cool, so they show you the different ratings, give you examples, basic game, intermediate game, advanced game, where you use a little more ratings, which is really cool. And I looked up, again, this is 1970, but because they're giving you the 1969 stats. But the other cool thing, which was really fun, and if I can find it, because I do have it, there was a newsletter. They would send you could sign up for like $1 or $3 and get their monthly newsletter. And they would adjust as the season went, the ratings. And the person who had this made adjustments. I wish they didn't, but they made adjustments as it went along. Okay? I can't find... Oh, I think this is one of the newsletters. It's the only one that was in there, but it's pretty cool. Vince Lombardi newsletter. And then it shows players and how you should adjust them. And this was the newsletter, November 28th, 1970. So that's how I knew it was a 69 season for the ratings, which again, Lombardi passed away in 70. He coached the Redskins to their first winning record in quite a long time. They were 7-5-2. So again, the rules, very concise and simple, but really again, imagine that they updated their ratings monthly. Coach against Lombardi. This is so cool. I can't wait to play a couple of these. And it just says like when your team is on offense, this is the defenses he would run. And you would roll a dice. And you so you call your play and you roll the dice. And that's a play call. That's really, so there's solitaire play. That is brilliant. And then when he's on offense, when you're on defense, this is the offense he calls. And you could tweak it a bit. But I think that was brilliant. I really do. I think the game developers for this, it was very fun. Easy game to understand. Again, some of these games, and they're fun, and you play the games you like. But some games, I think they overcomplicate the wheel. And some people want it that way, and that's cool. But to me, this was the most logical football game, card and dice. Obviously, the Fran Tarkenton version, that's what I have. And now I have this. It plays logically. And they even had, if you want to know who was going to get the interception and stuff, by percentage, if you wanted that. Obviously, they're not going to track tackles. It's more of an offensive play calling game. Over here, they had, is it this right here? Yep. If a pass is intercepted, you roll the dice, and they have the play numbers. So if it's play 11 and the pass is intercepted and you rolled a 1, it would be the left linebacker, because most of these teams played a 4-3. You rolled a 6, it would be the left cornerback. So it told you who was going to pick it off. So again, brilliant game, fun game. Haven't played this version yet. Very excited. I think I'm going to go to that everyday player sports, and they have a baseball game. I might pick that up for $14 in the seasons they have. Again, it's chart driven. They have Oscar Robinson basketball. Not called that, but it's the same thing. They've tweaked it. They have a hockey game. I might end up picking them all up. I don't know, but I definitely going to get the football and then probably the baseball. So we got Vince Lombardi. Now, what else? What else do we have in the boxes? Well, I had this a while back. I don't know if I ever showed you this. Nurse Teresa, well, my stepson found this golf ball, and Nurse Teresa got me this out of the gumball machine. So I put it together. It's pretty cool. I like simple things. They make me happy. So, we got to put the dice. Oh, I love the dice. We got to put the dice back. We got to put the markers back. We'll do that after. All right, what else do we have? Let's see what else is going on in the chat here. Gandalf. Thunder in Minnesota as well. Stay safe, my friend. Robert Bryan. Thunder in North Carolina. Speak of the English, Al. Speak of the English. Didn't come off the boat. You didn't just come off the boat. North Carolina with Thunder. Midlife crisis. They eventually came out with charts and card stock sheets instead of the game box size chart. Cool. Scroll down. Brian Hoxie. Just finished up my first game, sort of an ASG of History Maker Baseball, using the 1989 trading cards that came with the quick. Oh, yes, that seems cool. How do you like that? The quick reference. I got to pick that up before they go out. Expos Tim Wallach had an RBI double in the 8th to lift the National League to a 5-4 win. Very cool, very cool. Brian Hoxie. So what he's talking about is History Maker Baseball. They have a quick plate, like you look at the back of the baseball card. Let's find a baseball card here. I have baseball cards. So you would look at the back of the baseball card. Let's look at the Boomer. And then you would rate. You'd use the card and you could play the game. That's really cool. History Maker Baseball. That's fun stuff. They make the game fun. Again, it's quirky. It's different. It's not for everyone. I enjoy it. Lots of nooks and crannies. I don't remember them all. Play the game to the best of my ability, and I have fun. That's what's important, having fun. Fideo 11, very cool. Ahead of its time in many ways. Had to figure out how to play almost all my football board games solitaire in the 80s. Yes. What were your board games? Do you have Strat? I wish I could find it. I have it somewhere in the cellar. I made the 1983 season, I think, for Fran Tarkenton football, which is the same thing as Lombardi football, but not as many different ratings. Nothing wrong with being happy with simple things. Absolutely not, my friend. Absolutely not. Bears Den 007. Any thoughts on Deck Baseball Pro? I've never played it, so no. If you enjoy it, that's cool. All right. What else do we want to look at? All right. Let's do this. Let's do this next one. What's in the box? I opened the box because I'm not going to do the whole stab myself routine. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? We're going to find out. I know what's in the box. What do you think's in the box? Arnold Hunter. How you doing, Arnold? Chat for Al. He likes the chats with Al. And again, please check out Highlight Heyday. Subscribe to his channel. He's going through some medical stuff. Unfortunately, and the prayers and thoughts go out to Highlight Heyday. And just stop by, say hello. There is a link there for his GoFundMe. You don't have to do it. I did donate. Dave Gardner donated. It was very kind of Dave. But just go by and say hello. It really lifts his spirits, and he was doing highlight. He's doing some cricket now. It's fun stuff. He does it on Excel spreadsheets. It's entertaining. Captain Carl 8, how you doing? He says, hi, Al, everyone. I'm currently at work, but still listening. That's what we love. Dice. We love Dice. Squad Leader. That's a military game. Oh, I bought a lot of Axis and Allies games. I think you already know that. I got them behind me. See them? You can see them on the chair. Zombies Risk. Zombies Axis and Allies. 1941 Europe. And I still have to finish my Japan's at the end. I didn't play it exactly right, but I had fun. I should just have them surrender so I can go to the next game. Brian Hoxie. I found using the trading card version to be super fun and something different. Yes, because that was out of stock for a while. I got to pick that up. Wrestling game. Is Squad Leader a wrestling game? I missed something here. World's Worst Gamer. Different is Brian Hoxie. Different is good. Nice to change up things. Absolutely. Absolutely. Doug Hunt gives the trading card game a thumbs up. I have a ton of trading cards. Did you ever play a board game called Britannia? That sounds like a Roman thing. I got to bring that up. It's all busted up because I didn't keep good care of it. But I had like a Axis and Allies sort of game. Milton Bradley put it out. The Roman Empire. It was a fun game. I used to play that by myself. Oh, trying to guess what's in the box. I forgot already. I'm old. Okay, all right. I knew what you guys were talking about. Do you want to see what's in the box, folks? You want to see what's in the box? As I keep knocking that thing. Knock, knock, knock on heaven's door. What's in the box? Dun, 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 dun. Let's find out what's in the box. Oh, that's not exciting. Let's put that down. That's not exciting. Cardboard. Bowl-bound college football. I have no clue how to play this, but I'm going to learn it. And it had a lot of old college teams. That's what interests me. Now we're going to show you something fun. Nurse Teresa said, stop talking about the dice in this game. I said, wow, these dice are cool. I won't shut the hell up. She goes, go do a stream. I said, okay, I will. Noble Piercy. First football game I had in the early 70s. I don't remember the game's name. Offense would hold a button. Defense would hold in a button. Oh, I saw that on eBay. It's Is it called electronic football? I think I know what you're talking about. I've been on an eBay kick. I'm trying to buy a card of every player, of every athlete. Doesn't have to be. I'm buying the cheapest cards I can, but I have an Arnold Palmer card coming. Sweet. Wilt Chamberlain card coming. Sweet. You're old, Al. We are all old here, LOL. It's true. Bull bound. Yes. I hope so. I hope I enjoy it. I've seen a couple of people play it online. Yes, World's Worst Gamer. Another box within a box within a box. Richie L. Nice. We'll be here to watch you. Thank you. And I'm sure there'll be people going, you're playing it wrong. You're a jerk. You're a moron. Read the rules. Love those comments. Those are my favorites. They might not say it that way, but it's implied. Believe me. I don't mind when people help me with games. You read the rules. I did. Just playing it slightly different. I thought I explained that in the video. Bears Den. Wow, I haven't seen that in decades. I'm going to be honest. This was not that. Again, I could have bought some seasons from a maker of baseball and other games. But then I was like, I have a lot of those seasons. You know what I don't have? Bull bound. I actually bid on a nicer, practically, it was brand new looking, but I lost the bid. So then I was like, screw it. I just want the game. And I went on. I was happy. I was like, wow, this is a lot cheaper. I'll buy this one. But what's cool about the game? Okay, I've never played it. Is it in the best condition? No. Is it in the worst condition? No. These dice. What do you think these dice are made out of? Listen. What do you think these dice are made out of? In the chat. What do you think these dice are made out of? They're so cool. I was rolling them on the kitchen table before I got banned. Nurse Teresa said, go do a chat. Stop rolling those damn dice on this table. Doug Hunt. Yeah, I just got a couple of that. Oh, speak of English, Al. Yeah, I just got that a couple months ago. Love Bull Bound and Pay Dirt Football. They're very similar, right? I lost a bid out on Pay Dirt Football. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. I had the Calico handheld baseball game with the red lights as the baseball and computer did all the fielding. Very cool. Man, you should see what the original Mattels. Remember the Mattel baseball and all those games? $80. You can buy the replica. Why would you pay $80? Again, you do what you want. I don't care. Played the same way as Pay Dirt, which is the pro version. Pay Dirt started out as Sports Illustrated. I lost the bid on that. That's what I lost the bid on. I still have my version. I was 1972. That's what I was going for. I lost that bid. Someone got me right at the end. Cleve Baseball Fan, you are correct. It is wood. They are wood. They're beautiful. Now, the game I bid on, everything was like brand new. They even had the little football. That's the only thing it didn't come with. But I did get the 10-yard marker. I got the 10-yard marker. Cool. But what I didn't know was this red die, they're all 6-sided die, but the red one's 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So I got to read that. The green one is 0, 1, 2. Okay? Of course, it's a beautiful hat. It's a Red Sox hat. Hello, Christopher Anderson. Hope all is well. Yep, storms are coming, Chris. Michael Conestari said wood. Absolutely correct. Oh, Gandalf said ivory. That would have been really cool. Wood, you are correct. Jack Thompson, Bears Den said wood. I love just rolling dice in my hands. Absolutely. Very relaxing. So then these, I guess these would be white dice. I don't know. So this is 1, 0, 2, and 3. 1, 0, 2, 3. And 4. I'm sorry. Oops. And 4. This one, same thing. So they're one, and the black one is 1, 2, 3. So it's pretty interesting. As Chris Anderson says, he likes to have wood in his hand. Boom, boom. Remember to tip your waitresses and bartenders. He's here all week. You got the 10-yard marker. Again, we showed that. So again, I got to learn how to play this game. Take some. Now, unfortunately, the board kind of split. It should be in 2 halves, but it works. It works. It works. See, it should be like this. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal. The other one, like I said, was brand spanking new almost. I think like they must have played it once. As I'm starting to lose my stream, it seems. At least that's what it's showing me. Okay. Got the score pad, which I'll use my own score pad, but I can mimic this if I want or make copies. That's kind of cool. Parts list. Who cares? Got the game rules. Very important. Not that I haven't read through these, but again, not very thick. I'm pretty sure I should be able to understand it. I'm not that stupid. Chris will attest to that. I'm not the smartest person, but I'm not the dumbest. Now, they have teams. No players, because it's college. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could go look to see who the starters were in College Football Reference. Man, Thunder Boomers. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on, so I'll speed this up. Anyway, they have teams, but what I'm psyched about, I'm going to tell you what triggered me to buy this. Not Dartmouth. So you got, and these are the Ivy League teams. You're only supposed to play them against Ivy League teams. You got Dartmouth, Yale, the Bulldogs, Princeton, the Tigers. Hold that tiger. Hold that tiger. Then you have 1960 Minnesota. Offense on one side. Defense on the other. That's how they all are. Northwestern. I guess they must have been halfway decent in 1970. They're in the news for all the wrong reasons now. Oh, my God. Really, coaches? Dudes, it's okay to be disciplined. Not okay to be an a-hole. We'll get back to the chat in a second. As Chris says, order the veal. Richie L was laughing at. This is the joke. I like having wood in my hands. That could go a lot of different ways there, Chris. Be careful what you wish for, my friend. Doug Hunt. Bullbound has those very... Yeah, I didn't know that. I was looking at them going, hey, they're different. So it's going to be fun to learn that game. Fideo 11. This is one of the games I was talking about. Learning to play solitaire in the 80s. Loved beating Michigan with Michigan State in that game. Yeah, I got to figure out... I'm going to mimic some solitaire play using the Lombardi thing. So you have a lot of Big Ten teams. I don't know if they're the Big Ten then, but you know, the Ohio States and so on. You have Michigan, 1969. Purdue, 1966. I believe that's Bob Greasy. They went to the Rose Bowl. I do believe they won. It should have actually been Michigan State that should have went to the Rose Bowl, but they had some asinine rule in that conference. Again, I think it was the Big Ten then, that they didn't send, even though Michigan State won the conference, they wouldn't send back-to-back teams to the Rose Bowl. You know, like they went the year before, so they take the second place team. 1967, O.J. Simpson. No, we'll be playing that. 1968, Georgia. Have no clue who's on that team. Must be pretty good. 61, Mississippi. As this keeps sliding off. Wisconsin 62. Now, this was one of the reasons why I bought it. 1970 Stanford Indians. Who was the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback for Stanford in 1970, people? Who was the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback for the Stanford Indians? That's what they were called in 1970 for the Stanford football team. Starting quarterback, won the Heisman. One of my all-time favorite players in football. Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett. You are correct, gentlemen. Jim Plunkett. You know, I don't like the Raiders. Never will. Never did. I like Ken Stabler, and I like Raiders players. I like John Madden, so on and so forth. You guys should know why I hate the Raiders. Not hate them, but Jack Tatum's an a-hole, and I'll leave it at that. I was very happy when Plunkett won the Super Bowl. I didn't root for them, but I wasn't disappointed. And Jim Plunkett, great story. Both of his parents were blind, and they raised a wonderful son. And they never saw him play, obviously. Just a wonderful – I always liked Jim Plunkett. Gentleman. He seems like a wonderful man. Okay, let's continue on. I looked up Georgia. Bill Stanfield and Jake Scott. Jake Scott, the safety for the Dolphins. Bill Stanfield, offensive lineman? Doug Hunt says, yes, Jim Plunkett. Or, yes, Plunkett. Plunkett pooped as a member of the Patriots. He wasn't that bad. He played on bad teams. He pretty much was the offense. They had a good running game, decent running game. And he got thrown to the Lions because Joe Cap quit. He had one season with the Patriots, 1970. He quit before 71, and that's what they had, Jim Plunkett. And they threw him to the Lions. And you know what? In 71, they went 6-8. The prior year, they went 2-12, I believe. 66, Alabama. I believe that's Kenny Stabler. Joe Namath is gone, I think, in 66. I'm positive Joe Namath ain't the quarterback. He was with the Jets in 66. That's right, Christopher Anderson. I love that story. Christopher Anderson, his father, mechanic. Dad fixed Plunkett's car in the 70s. I've always been a fan of the Patriots. I was too young to watch Plunkett then. I was born, but I was too young. I remember football about 76, and I'm not joking about that. I remember watching the playoff game. Do I know everything about the playoff game in 76? No, I just remember a lot of people were pissed in my house. Roughing the passer in my butt. Okay, so that's cool. We got that. Yes, Syracuse, Zonka, and Floyd Little. Really cool. Defensive end. Stanfield's a defensive end for the Dolphins. Thank you, my friend. Bears Den. Stabler. Okay. The Snake. I like Kenny Stabler. He threw You want to know what a great quarterback he was? He threw for 70% completion in 1976 with the defensive rules then. That's incredible. Imagine what he would do now. God rest his soul. Gandalf. Mike Holmgren, coach of the Packers, was quarterback on the USC team with OJ. I did not know that. Oh, they were pissed. I know my dad was. I remember that. My mom was upset. My brother was upset. Even though he was a Giants fan, he liked the Patriots too. 1970 Nebraska. I knew they were a powerhouse team. Obviously, ran the ball a lot. I can see some players don't know their names. Let's do this. This is really a pain in the ass. Let's do this. Trying to get them out. Let's just put the box here and just hold them. So 1968, Ohio State won the national title, I believe, right? 1968, national title, Rose Bowl winners. Here's one of the teams. 1963 Navy. Why do I like 1963 Navy? Let's see if the chat knows. Why do I like 1963 Navy? No conflict of interest. He was always a Giants fan. As long as they didn't play each other, he rooted for the Patriots. My brother rooted for the Giants in the Super Bowls. He's been a Giants fan his whole life. There's no Patriots for the long. I mean, that's why there's so many Giants fans around in this area. AFL started in 1960. Giants were the home team. Bingo! Roger Staubach, Heisman Trophy winner. I love that stuff. Staubach. Again, I never liked the Cowboys. I liked Tom Landry. I liked a lot of their players. Didn't like the Cowboys. They ruined many a Thanksgiving for me. A couple of them when I was a kid. Not a fan of Tatum either. I'm a big PU, I think that's Penn State fan. I had lunch with Stingley and Otis Armstrong as a boy, and they made me eat mushroom soup. Stingley was a great guy. Yes, he was. Jake Cruz, how you doing, my friend? Vegetarian gamer in Thailand, how are you? I know who this is. He's in Facebook group pages. I know who this is. How are you? Hope all is well. I love following your stuff on Facebook. You had the title about PC. David Hay and Joe Lewis. That was fun to read about. Hope all is well. That's right, Staubach, Naval Academy. Jay Cruz, I still don't like the Cowboys. Oh, I don't like them now. I never did. I like players. 69 Texas national champions. Some people said Penn State should have been the national champions. They were undefeated in 69. I think Penn State's in here too. I'm positive of it. 69 Missouri. Can someone look up who was on this team? Any NFL players? I would assume someone, right? I don't know much about 1969 Missouri, but it's going to be fun. 1969 Penn State. I think Franco Harris is on that team. Lydell Mitchell possibly too. I think. Midlife crisis. My grandfather was at the game when time ran out at the goal line, when Army couldn't hear the signals versus Navy. He and my uncle would go to the Army-Navy games every year. Very cool. Thank you for sharing. I love hearing stuff like that. That's awesome. Vegetarian gamer in Thailand. I am in your future. It's Friday morning here. Can you tell me what the lottery numbers are going to be for Saturday? Purdue. Okay, Purdue. Sorry, Purdue, not Penn State. I'm doing good. Thank you very much, my friend. Doug Hunt. Yes, love Penn State and Franco. Lydell Mitchell on that team too, right? 1966 Notre Dame, and you have 19. I don't know if I showed you. I think I did. 1966 Michigan State. Definitely playing the 10-10 tie over. It's going to be another version of that game. I played that a few times. What year Missouri? I think it was 69, Captain Carl. I don't know who's on Missouri. Oh, yeah. 1969. Missouri. It'd be interesting to see who's on that team. I'm not familiar with that team. 1969 Arkansas. I'm assuming they ran the ball a ton. Oh, wow. Mel Gray and John Staggers. Mel Gray played for the Cardinals. John Staggers, not sure. Webster on Michigan. Excellent. Sam Adams played for the Patriots. (1969) LSU. Again, I think this is before Burt Jones, because Burt Jones is drafted, 1974? I don't know if Burt Jones, I don't think Burt Jones is on this team. So I don't know. LSU might have had a good running back. And I don't think any of these schools were integrated then. So, but I don't know who's on LSU, to be honest with you. Adams, great offensive lineman. Right, because they had Julius Adams and Sam. They both played for the Patriots, I think. Well, Julius Adams did. He was a defensive player. Dan Devine was the coach of Missouri and then went on to coach the Packers. Didn't he coach Notre Dame too? Didn't he coach Notre Dame? That was after the Packers, though, right? Burt Jones. Jones to Roger Carr. Fastest white man on the planet. Before he went to Notre Dame. That's right, the movie Rudy. Because they said they just hired. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Tommy Casanova, safety for the Bengals. Okay, I've heard of him. Fun. This is fun stuff. 1966 Army. This intrigued me. So I read the back of the book. I'm like, 66 Army. They went 9-2. They came out of nowhere to win 9 games. I think they have it in the back of the box. So I don't have any clue who plays on 1966 Army, but they came out of nowhere, and I'm going to play them against probably Michigan and Notre Dame. Let's see what it says here, because I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool. Where is it? I looked up a few things, but not too much on 1966 Army. 1966 Army, the Miracle Team. This group of enthusiastic cadets, mostly sophomores, they went 8-2. Tom Cahill, Coach of the Year honors. That's going to be a fun team to play. I'm going to play them in different games, too. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Only loss for the 1969 LSU was by Archie Manning led Ole Miss. Very cool. They don't have Ole Miss in here, though. Not that version. They do have Mississippi, which I think is old. No, they would say Ole Miss, so they don't have. So we have 1966 Syracuse, and they already mentioned this is Zonka and Floyd Little. That's incredible. What a backfield. What running back Syracuse would produce. Yep, some great teams. Hopefully, I learned to play the game well. And again, I don't know how much I'm going to stream this because it's kind of – if I can figure out a way to stream it, I'll put up a couple of games. Yep. Chris Anderson, Dan Devine, Coach Notre Dame, the Rudy year. You are correct. Should have 1969 Mississippi. Oh, do I? Was that one of the first? I thought it was – let's look real quick. Dartmouth, Yale, Princeton, Minnesota. I have a Mississippi team. I thought it was 60, though. Well, let's see if there is one. Maybe I missed that. Ole Miss is Mississippi. Okay, I was correct with that. Oklahoma had Steve Owens. I know who that is. Steve Zabel. I know who that is. And Ed Hinton. I know who that is. 1967 Oklahoma. 1966 Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets. Aren't Georgia Tech the Ramblin' Wreck or something like that too? I have no clue who's on Georgia Tech. 1970 Air Force will be fun to play. Here's 1966 Michigan. 1966 Michigan had Bubba Smith and I believe Gene Washington. 1965 UCLA. 1960 Washington. 1969 Florida. The Gators, maybe Steve Spurrier's on that team, 69? Or is that? He won the Heisman, but I don't think he won in 69. So those are the teams. We'll have some fun with that. So that's bowl bound. Now let's put the stuff back. Once I figure out where the hell I put it. Did I put it back in the box? Did we already lose the stuff? Oh, it's down here. It's down here, folks. It's down here. So let's put that back. So we're going to enjoy some bull bound. Don't leave yet. We got something real special. Talk about going back to my childhood. Before I die, I'm getting certain things I want. I'll give them to my grandson. Why? Not that he'll want them, but he'll have them. Let's put this in first. Put this on top. Where the hell are the dice? Only Al Red Sox. Oh, here are the dice. Listen. Look at this. It's beautiful. Wood dice. Hey, Chris, I got some wood in my... Hey, Chris. I got wood in my... Whoa! Anyway, a little levity, folks. Have some 10-yard marker. Cool. So let's put that here. Got the rules in there, and let's shut that. And Al RedSoXFan has now boxed himself in. Should be pretty fun to see how Al RedSoXFan gets out of this predicament. All right, we have some other stuff. A few other things. Everyone having fun? Not an OnlyFans. It's funny. Chris says, Al, is that wood in your hand? The 11-year-old me says, yes. Boom, boom. Dan Reeves went on to play for the... quarterback. He was a quarterback. Which team? Let me go up. Florida. Oh, Dan Reeves. Gandalf says Dan Reeves, Florida. He was a quarterback, and then he quarterbacked also in the USFL. No, that wasn't Dan Reeves. John Reeves. I'm sorry. I said Dan. Yeah. I want to say he quarterbacked in the USFL in the early 80s, or, in the USFL. I'm almost positive. I know there was a Reeve. I probably 69. Yeah, he could have. I think that is the same guy. Gandalf says, this is way better than anything on TV. I agree. Where else can you interact with the host? Well, except on YouTube and the FOC, our community. All right. I think we have one more box to go. I'm going to sip some coffee. I'm going to shake the box. You guys guess what's in the box. I'm going to show you the box. Different kind of unboxing. God, I got to clean this room up. Look at the boxes I have. Danhausen, my boy. He's her favorite wrestler. Danhausen. Back there. Danhausen. That's the guy. Met him. Excellent, fun guy. It was awesome to meet. Met him at the Zombie Hideout in Springfield, Massachusetts. Okay. I'm shaking the box. I'm showing you the box. What's in the box? You know you're doing all right if you make World's Worst Gamer laugh. Thank you, my friend. Florida, I'm in college. Are you really in college? I have a college guy watching. You're ruining my demographic. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Richie L's is trading cards. Yes, Reeves played for, I was right, Tampa Bay Bandits, 1983 for 3 seasons under Steve Spurrier as the coach. They were a fun team to watch. I love the old USFL. I didn't get in. I couldn't get into the new USFL. Bobblehead. Ooh, good guess. Robert Bryan, $1 million. If I had $1 million, I wish it was. To me, it's $1 million. So you're close, Robert. You're close. What is it? What is it? I gotta shave. Oh, not a nice present for your lovely lady. Yes, I did tell Nurse Teresa I got her another present. You are correct. World's Worst Gamer is on the right track. Chris Anderson, Al with wood in his hands and showing us his box. You're going to get me banned. Army men. Hey, I got Army men. You think I don't got Army men? I have Army men. I have Army men. Where the hell did I put them? They're here somewhere. Oh, God, they're buried. I bought a set of Army men a long time ago. I said someday I might have grandkids. I do have Army men. I almost did buy Army men, but I did. They're back there somewhere buried. Beautiful set. I wish I had them as a kid. Pretty close. You're on the right track. Not Army men, but like. All right. Paper? Paper? We have paper. Paper. Ugh. What's in the box? What's baseball cards? Baseball cards. I have some cards coming, but not in this box. You ready to see? Now, the first thing I was a little disappointed. It was paper. It was paper. What? What does Robert say? Is Robert correct? Or is it a jigsaw puzzle of Ted Williams? Is Robert correct? Or is it a jigsaw puzzle? Is Richie L correct? Or is it a jigsaw puzzle? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. One last shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. What is it? What is it? I don't know. I don't know, folks. You know how long it took me to try to get these when I was a kid? All the quarters I put in that damn gumball machine. All the quarters. Never got one. My friend had like 4 or 5 extras. He would never trade me one, give me one. I had to use a pencil sharpener. I had to use a pencil sharpener helmet for my helmet. So it's a Patriots. This is the greatest football helmet ever. Pat the Patriot. Gumball. You know what the second greatest helmet ever? The Creamsicles, baby. Tampa Bay Bucks. Yeah. Okay. Got that. Now, some of them I have to redo the top part. Got to glue it. Or I might leave it off. Buffalo. Giants. I got to just... Giants. I have to... this has to be glued down again. But that's okay. The shaking probably didn't help, right? Let's go to the chat. Oh, I love them. I love them. Cool. Gandalf has a collection. Mini helmets. Robert. Yep, Robert got it. Never heard of them. The gumball helmets? Oh, they're fun. I love the classic helmets. Ah, the classic Broncos. Yeah, they need to go back to this. I got the classic Broncos. Nurse Teresa was kind enough to get me the new set from China, and they got some colors wrong. Incredible. Only the Chinese government could foobar that. Oh, no. Uh-oh. These are some spare things that fell out. Here it is. Ah! I got the Raiders and the Redskins, and I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's a different Giants one. But I got a couple of extra whatchamacallit thingies and a couple extra things you tape on the top. But they're falling out. So that's just, the shaking was not the best, was not wise of Al Red Sox fan to shake these old helmets. I had them all on the kitchen table before dinner. Had to take them off. All right, let's put those there. Empty. Oh, yeah, yeah. Cardinals. Yes. Cardinals. Yes, the helmet that the Falcons should wear. Oh, Uncle Dave, if something comes through, I'm sending you something, Uncle Dave. Mr. Dave Gardner. I'm sending you something. I gotta make sure it comes through first. You'll be getting something, Uncle Dave. Okay. You know what the Tennessee Titans should be called? The Houston Oilers. That's what they should be called. Okay. Oops, sorry. Can you see that? Yeah, I like the red Falcons much better. Thunder again. I saw the creamsicle jerseys on the back. Yeah, they're gonna have them on the week 6. Week 6. What's cool with this set, and it was tough to see because they were all in a box, but he took different, he kind of moved them around, took pictures. I actually like this helmet. I know most people don't like this helmet, but I do. But you also get this helmet. So you get both Bengals helmets he had. And I was like, ah. And so when I play dice football, I put these on the table. And again, Nurse Teresa got me these. And they're beautiful. I've shown these before. But the numbnuts got the Colts colors wrong. And they put something backwards. Which team did they put backwards? But these are really nice too. But I have vintage. I think these are slightly bigger. A little bit. And they're not stickers. They're painted on. So these are sharp. So I got the new ones. I don't get why there's some people online selling these things for ridiculous prices. Yeah, the classic Bengals, Doug. I love, and it's these they're not in bad shape. These are old. Again, some of the top stuff was coming off. Again, this is the Cleveland Browns. I like this Browns color. I don't mind the new Browns helmets, but I like this color a little better. The other ones remind me more of Syracuse. Oh, you know I had to get this. The Redskins. This one's a little beat up, but that's what it is. One of these goes to this. I got the Redskins helmet. That's what they were called. No one get upset. I didn't make it up. And what else was cool? I have the old one. I like to get the yellow one. They had a yellow helmet that had an R with the feathers. I like to get that one. But they're asking way too much to buy one. Richie L. Vintage for the win. Absolutely, Richie. Hope all is well with your family. Forgot to say that. Brian Hoxie. I remember getting the set of NFL pencils. Ooh, cool. With the team names as a kid. The pencil and print were in team colors. Nice. All right, Dolphins. No, the Dolphins. This is a beautiful helmet. This is in very good shape. I like the Dolphins. I like the new logo is not bad, but I like the old logo. Always love the Vikings. I like this purple better than the purple they have now. But again, I don't mind the new one. Detroit Lions. The new helmet's beautiful too. I love the yellow Redskins helmet with the art. Yeah, I'm going to try to get that, but that's ridiculous money. Saints. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Eagles. There was a really cool 4-pack of 4 Eagles helmets, different eras, but again, way too much money. I mean, for me, I wasn't going to spend that money. Listen. I figured out if I try to buy these in a gumball machine when I was a kid, how much I would have spent, and I was like, okay, it's worth it. Jake Cruz says so Jake, who's a Dolphins fan, it's okay. We love Jake. He likes this logo better. I do too. The new one's not bad, though. Midlife Crisis. Great Monday night game between the Raiders and Bengals on YouTube made me appreciate the simplicity of the old Bengals helmets and uniforms. I think simple's better. I think some of the uniforms are getting way too busy. And again, some college teams have horrific, those two-tone uniforms. Ugh. I got used to them, though. I got used to them. Jake says he likes the old. I already did that. Oh, that sounds cool. Gandalf. Yes, the white Eagles helmet. I'm going to find it. I'll show you. I'll show you the it's pretty cool. Again, I like this stuff. I like this stuff. I could have bought sales with games. I went, you know what? I want this instead. Chicago Bears, still pretty much the same. In the 60s, the sea was white, I do believe. This is Red Sea. Again, these are in fairly good shape. There's a lot of sets out there that are not in good shape. The Rams, I like the Rams. Again, they had trouble when they had stuff like this because it should have been higher up. But again, you were using stickers. I like the yellow. I might switch that yellow out to the Chargers, though. I think I have the Chargers in here. Yeah, I think I might switch to yellow Chargers. I want to get the white Charger. I have the new white Chargers. I want to get like the Lance Allworth Bambi Chargers. Oh, this is my favorite helmet. I love it. What sold me on this, though, and again, there are a lot of different ones with Patriots. I love that this is my second favorite helmet. And Uncle Dave Gardner, if something falls through, you got something coming to you, my friend. So hope I win that bid. Steelers, only a logo on one side, which is true. Jets, I like to get the white helmet. It's a little dusty. I got to clean that. Baltimore Colts. I always liked their helmets, too. I thought their uniforms were simplistic but classic. And there's something to be said about classic and classy. Oh, the Maryland helmets for college. Ugh, the new ones. Ugh, I don't like them. Bears Den 007. Yes, the C was white. It looked very plain. The orange. Yes, I agree. Got the Cowboys. Cowboys, again, a classic uniform usually. Beautiful. So I'm missing San Francisco, Seattle, and Kansas City. I am remedying that situation, I believe. This is the Packers without the logos from the 60s. All they did was not put the logos on. And again, I got to glue up the back to put that there. And the Packers. Fairly good shape. Fairly good shape for 80s gumball stuff. Oh, we got another I got another mask. I might put this one on. I think let's change. I think black would look better, right? Gary Banks, our friend from the UK. How you doing? Hope all is well. Robert Bryant. In my high school, I had the old Patriots helmets. Cool. Bears Den 007. The creamsicle uniforms work with a Florida team, just like the Dolphins colors. Oh, I love the creamsicle uniforms. I think. Oh, I missed him. I thought I saw Steeler fan 007. 1993. I'm sorry, not double. There. They had yellow helmets in the 60s, right? I'd like to get that. This style, though. I think we're going to switch out. Let's take a look. Let's switch this out to this one. Hopefully Al doesn't break it. Legend Sports Universe. Check out that wonderful channel. Nuts. This thing. Oh, there we go. So we're going to switch the white out to the black. I think the Saints are going to look better with black. Which way does it go? Which way did they go? Oh, shoot. Bear with me a moment. Okay. Oh, I like that better. I like the black better. We can keep the black on that. So we're going to put this over there. Yep. Bears Den says black looks better with the Saints. World's Worst Gamer saying hello to Sports Universe. Legend Sports Universe. I'm not joking when I say I'm dyslexic at times. I see things too quick. My brain goes too fast. Bears in 007. Yes, early 60s yellow helmets with Bobby Lane. I'd like to get that. Robert Bryant is agreed. So do you like are you saying you like the black? I like the black better. Black is better for sure. Awesome. Yeah, that's much better. Cool. All right. So we're going to show them one more time, and we'll finish up the chat. I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee at 11:18, but I am. Yep. Okay. So, again, I never had this as a kid. I have it now. Patriots helmet. And again, if something works out, I'm going to have some stuff for Uncle Dave Gardner and my friend Christopher Anderson. But hope. Then we have Tampa. Just re-showing them real quick. I love it. I've always loved the Cardinals helmet. It reminds me of Jim Hart, quarterback. I don't know why. I just love this Cardinals helmet. I love this Atlanta helmet. Steve Bartkowski. Love that. This one's on pretty good, too. Houston Oilers. We have two Cincinnati Bengals helmets. Oh, boy. Get that off. This is the classic Bengals, the original helmet. I really do like this helmet. Doesn't bother me. It was kind of neat. And again, you'll notice when they went to the stickers, they can't do the whole helmet. So this is what the best they could do. And again, Nurse Teresa, my lovely wife. So the new one, obviously, you can see it. These are painted on. These are beautiful, and I love them. They're very cool. Redskins, we have to get like a little glue. I have the thing that goes on. See it right there? The yellow, maroon, white goes on the top of the helmet. Got to try to re-glue that on. But I like the yellow for the Redskins. I also can go to white if I want. And again, I saw this. I was like, oh, that's so cool. They have the old helmet. Always liked Detroit's uniforms. I thought Detroit had classy uniforms. This reminds me of Greg Landry, quarterback, graduated UMass. Eagles. I'd like to get the white Eagles helmet. I think Gandalf said that's one of his favorite helmets. I'd like to get the white one. We showed Tampa. You know what? We're going to show Tampa again because it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Tampa. And we're going to show the Patriots again. I showed them first. Love it. The Bills. I like the blue. Reminds me of Joe Ferguson and Joe Cribbs, Fred Smerlas. 27, I think. Duplicates for a couple of teams. World's Worst Gamer. Atlanta. Yeah, I like the Atlanta helmet. Doug Hunt. Vintage is better. At least for me, it is. Houston, I agree. I like the Houston helmet. Now, again, the set was way too expensive. There was a set out there that had a lot. It's a lot of helmets. They had this helmet. They had the silverish helmet for Houston. Go back and look at their helmets. And they had the blue helmet, which the blue helmet was in the 70s, late 60s. No. Yes. Late 60s, early 70s, I think. This came after it pretty much until they no longer existed. And I think the first helmet was like a silverish blue. Really cool helmets. They have hockey goalie ones, which are pretty cool. That might be something I will look at. So we have the Giants is a little beat up, but that's okay. Again, if something falls through, I'll have a couple of different Giants helmets. This is a beautiful helmet, the Broncos traditional helmet. And they had the original helmet was orange, I believe. It was orange with the horse was a little more crazy, cartoony looking. Oh, yeah. The Atlanta helmet has to come back. Traditional Browns helmet. I like this color better than the new color, but Bears Den. Light blue, silver, late 60s. Okay. Dolphins original helmet. Sometimes I just go online under images and look at old helmets. Christopher Anderson's not joking about that. Steelers fan. I had about 100 of those when I was a kid. When I got older, I gave them to my nephew. Cool. Vikings, classic. Always classic. We switched out the Saints to the black. Cool. I like the black better than the white. We gave him a makeover. The Raiders, classic. The logos changed a little bit. Changed from the early 60s. This was a change from the early 60s, their original logo. And I don't think it's changed too much since. I could be wrong. We already talked about Chicago. In the 60s was a white C. I did get these on eBay. Rams is pretty nice. Again, when they had stuff like this, they couldn't go. It was just on the sides. So, obviously, the new Rams. Again, this is painted on. These are gorgeous, too. But I have these. Nurse Teresa got. See the Rams? Again, it's painted on. This is the year they didn't have the W. What do we have next? Chargers. I want to get I have the new white ones, but I want to get the other white. I actually made, because I kept getting Charger. I kept getting Charger helmets. So I had an extra, I don't know, Dolphins or something, or one of the white helmets. And I actually took this off and put it on the white one. Obviously, it's not white on white, but I liked it as a kid. Steelers, good condition. Again, only a logo on one side, just like they have it. It was funny. I was talking to someone. They go, I like the original Jets helmets. I go, but they are wearing, this is when they were wearing the whites, right? I go, but they are wearing their original whites. And they go, no, the green ones, those are the ones I like. Oh, those aren't the originals, but that's because that's what he grew up with. And they're not bad helmets. Colts, we already said, classic. Sometimes less is better. Oof, Green Bay's falling apart. Dallas helmets were white in the 60s. They kind of use that in their alternate uniforms too. And we have to retape. You can see it. We got to, not tape, but we have to like glue this. But this is in pretty good shape too, the Green Bay Packers. And then I think they went with logos after 60. I think up to 60, they didn't have logos. Again, all they did was just not put logos on this thing. But that was kind of neat. And again, got to tape a little glue there. So that's what we have. Yeah, they're nuts. You got to go. So it's better to get the ones maybe not as good quality. It's the same crap. Yeah, they're nuts. Some of these, you got to watch out on eBay. I almost got caught with it. I'm like, oh, it's only this. And then you look at what they're charging for shipping. I'm like, oh my God, they're charging more for shipping than the damn thing. Anyhow, I'm not going to do too much more of it, but I just want to get stuff that I like. When I get the couple of cards coming in, we'll show those off and we'll chat. What time is it? 11:27. We'll go a little longer. I'm going to put these away very gently. Very gently. Bears Den says the Rams of the 40s, right, were the first team to have a logo on their helmet. I think the Eagles had the logo in front too. They had it pretty early. The Philadelphia Eagles had it right in front. They look that up. So we're going to say Cardinals in the box. Falcons in the box. Oilers in the box. Love this Bengals helmet. In the box. We got an extra white one. Got another extra white one. So we got some extra white ones. Oh! Current Bengals with the old helmets in the box. Yeah, I think the Eagles also had quite early in front of their helmet. I think that goes back to the around when the Rams did it. Redskins. I'd like to get the yellow one, but it's that set's way too expensive. Lions. Eagles. I like to get the white Eagles helmet. Well, I'm hoping to get Seattle. I am hoping to get that one. I have feelers out now. Love this Tampa one. Actually, you know what? We're going to save Tampa and the Patriots for last. Buffalo. I like it with the blue face mask. Yes, to have this stuff when I was a kid. Not much time left on Earth. So, Giants, we got to fix up that. We will. Nurse Teresa will help me with the glue. Do you have Carolina helmets? Yeah. But I have the new one. I don't have them in the old style. Carolina's right here. I'm not good with the pointing. Right there. Carolina. You can You can get these. Just go to the regular, if you want. Go to the regular site. The people are selling these same exact things on eBay for insane money. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I was going to buy some extra seasons and stuff. I was like, you know what? Probably won't play those seasons, but I will look at these. Love the Denver helmet in the box. Cleveland, Jimmy Brown, God rest his soul, in the box. Nick Bonacani, Don Shula, many others have gone. 72 Dolphins. The Vikings, the Purple Gang. And I like that we did the black on this. Looks better. I do agree. I do agree with you guys. Raiders. I'll think of Jim Plunkett. So that makes me happy. It's a little cracked up top, but that's okay. They might have glued that one back together. That's okay. Bears. The Bears, the Cubs. Rams in the box. Chargers in the box. Steelers. I like to get the yellow helmet. Box. Jets. Richard Todd Jets. Ken O'Brien Jets. Pat Ryan, right? Pat Ryan or Ken? Yeah, Pat Ryan Jets. Robinson was wasn't he a Jets quarterback? Can't remember his first name. I think he was with the Broncos too. They had a World Football League set. Beautiful, but you got to mortgage your house to get it. Matt Robinson. Yep, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Bears Den. Did he play for Denver too? Cowboys. Let's see. We got Don Meredith, Staubach, Craig Morton, Danny White, Ron Pallor. Was it Ron Pallor or Dave Pallor? Pallor, something like that. Pallor. Obviously, Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, so on and so forth. Oh, I'd love for them to bring back the old school helmets. Then again, you got old Green Bay. They just didn't put a logo on it, and we have to fix this. Ron Springs, yep. Tony Dorsett, Hill, Drew Pearson, Doug Cosby, Billy Joe Dupree, Ed Too Tall Jones, Chuck Howley. That's before Ed Too Tall Jones. Bullet Bob Hayes, Perkins, the fullback, Dan Reeves, Lance Allworth played with them at the end, Mike Ditka, Tom Landry, Cliff Harris, Eddie LeBaron. That's right, the little general, Eddie LeBaron. Charlie Waters. Yep. I know more players then than I do now. How does Tampa Bay change from this? I don't understand. This is beautiful. This is the helmet they should be wearing. The uniforms, the creamsicles. And then my most favorite helmet. Walt Garrison, the little bull. Pat the Patriot, baby. Though this was not their original logo. It was like a Minuteman hat. I do believe. So that's what was in the boxes for Al Red Sox fan. Hollywood Henderson, check his back pocket. Might have a substance in there. Great player, though. Bob Lilly. I think I said him. I'm not sure if I did. I said Chuck Howley. Yep. I don't think I said Bob Lilly. So you have Chuck Howley. Yep. When they lost to the Colts, he was the MVP. Jay Saldi was a tight end, right? I think Jay Saldi was a tight end. Who kicked the game-winning field goal for the Colts in Super Bowl V? And he had missed an extra point. So he was a tight end. He missed the extra point. That's why they had to kick the field goal. Who kicked he was a wide receiver too. He was like a fourth string wide receiver, fifth string wide receiver. He was their kicker. Things have changed. You are correct. You are correct, Captain Carl. Jimmy O'Brien. Straight ahead kick. One. He goes, I just got to, you can see the highlights. He goes, I just got to kick it solid. Just got to kick it solid. I can get it through. And he did. A lot of turnovers. Yep. Jim O'Brien. I think Dallas turned the ball over 5-6 times, maybe more. Very interesting statistical Super Bowl. Sloppy played. Johnny Unitas started. He got hurt. Earl Morrow came in. I think the touchdown was scored by John Mackey on a deflected pass. I'm trying to remember the highlights. Obviously, I didn't see it. O'Brien missed an extra point, kicked the game-winning field goal. Chuck Howley won the MVP. Jim O'Brien was teased on the team because of his long hair. Things have changed, right? Well, the answer has been given. Jim O'Brien. Not a bad Super Bowl. The highlights are pretty cool. It's a close Super Bowl. That's all you can ask for. It was sloppy. Another Super Bowl that, because I've watched pretty much, you can find on YouTube, the Super Bowl between the Steelers and the Vikings is not a bad Super Bowl. If the Vikings catch a couple of breaks there, down near the goal line before the half, if the guy somehow holds on to the ball, it would have been a flag now. He gets beheaded. I think it was John Gilliam. I think it was John Gilliam right in front of the end zone, maybe on the 2 or 3. I think it's Mel Blount. I can't remember what Steeler, but beheads him. And the ball goes up in the air and they pick it off. Now that would have been a flag. Tarkenton getting tagged in the end zone for the safety. Roy Girella missing every field goal on the face of the earth in that Super Bowl. Bad weather. It was supposed to be in the Superdome, but it wasn't ready yet. So they played at Old Tulane Stadium. All right. We're going to wind things down here. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves. World's worst game. A kick I remember the most as a Colts fan was Vandy missing one wide right by a boatload versus the Steelers in the AFC Championship game one year. Ooh, was that with Jim Harbaugh? No. I remember Jim Harbaugh was Jim, I think. He quarterbacked the Colts. Ted Marchibroda was in his second stint with the Colts as a coach. They had a run at the end of the season and in the playoffs. They made it to the AFC Championship, I want to say 95, and they lost to the Neil O'Donnell Steelers. That was a fun game. Bears Den 007. That's the era when Landry wouldn't commit between Morton and Staubach. You are correct. He would alternate them. But in the next Super Bowl against the Dolphins, it was Staubach who became the starter, I think, early in the season. Salvador America. I remember Burt Jones when he quarterbacked the Colts taking a beating week after week, just like Archie Manning of the Saints. Colts had some good teams, though. Colts in 75, 76, 77. He gets hurt in 78 or late 77. Or he had something wrong with his shoulder. He didn't play much in 78. They were horrible. And then when he came back, he was a shell. He couldn't throw the ball like he used to, and they were bad. Colts had good teams in 76 and 77. Real good teams. They lost to the Raiders in Baltimore, the ghost of the post, when Stabler hits Casper, the tight end, out of Notre Dame. Jack Thompson. And Super Bowl 4 was in Tulane Stadium, I believe. You could be right there. Yep, that's the game, world's worst gamer. They almost had the Hail Mary. They should have caught it in the end zone. They would have beat the Steelers and went to the Super Bowl. I think it was the AFC Championship game. I was rooting hard for them, too. I love Ted Marchibroda. Yeah, he should have caught it. I mean, he had a chance to catch it. I'm pretty sure he wanted to catch it. It's thunder in here still. All right, we're going to go just a little longer. Oh, that's on my shoulder. Ugh. Dog hair. Captain Fantastic. He didn't make a cameo tonight, though. One day we'll have Captain Fantastic on. He's photobombed me on a couple of other channels. So, we're going to be doing our History Maker golf tournament. We're in the player versus player stage. I'm still deciding between the Sweet 16, either 9 holes or 18. I'm probably going to do 9. And then when we get to the Elite 8, maybe we'll do 18. But I could do 18. I don't know. I really am enjoying History Maker golf. In case you haven't seen these, you probably have. It's my Steve Grogan helmet. Gotta dust that off. Not too funny. And of course, we have Gale Sayers. And I just dropped the authentication. Gale Sayers. I think you can see Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio. I've shown them off before. Some cards I got at the collector's store or the hobby shop. They don't have too many baseball cards. Some of them I found in my drawer. That's kind of funny. I was like, I forgot I even had these cards. I was cleaning out a drawer. Yeah, Ted Marchibroda. He was the head coach in the powerhouse teams of the 70s. And he did a pretty good job with him when he came back. Noble Piercy, I just got the 49ers vintage gumball helmet for you. I don't know how to get it. No, Noble. No. I have a bid in. No. Keep it. I appreciate it. Keep it, my friend. Keep it. I don't want anything from anybody. Thank you. This Bernard sent me this. I have a Tony Canigliaro. I bought one though. I bought a Tony Canigliaro card online. These I got at the hobby shop. Nolan Ryan. I did not have a Tom Seaver card for the Mets. Well, I did because I bought sets in the 80s, but I mean like, so this is 19. Oh God, I can't see the light. 76. Now I got to pull it out because it's over there. He went 14-11, but his ERA was 2.59. He'd make a gazillion dollars now. This Willie McCovey card was $1. I had a Willie McCovey card with San Diego, but not with the Giants. I picked it up. And I've already said why I like this Thurman Munson card. And I'm going to be honest with you. He was the better catcher than Carlton Fisk, statistically. Remember what we said? Why is this unique? Why is this card unique? Remember what I said? Then, OJ. This is, I'm pretty sure they made a mistake on this card. I've got this pretty cheap. And it's in fairly good shape. It's in pretty good shape. This is his 2,003-yard season, the first running back to go over 2,000 yards. I'm hoping to get something fall through because I got some stuff for people. I got some stuff. You got OJ. This is, again, I showed these before. I like OJ Simpson. I keep telling Nurse Teresa I'm going to invite him over for dinner. I'm going to. I swear to God. 1975. 1,800 yards. Incredible. 1976 on a god-awful Bills team. I think it was 1,500 yards or 1,300. And that team sucked. Here it is, 1976. Let me just, hold on. Let me just slide this out. And these were not in bad shape. 1976. 1,503 yards. That team was horrible. Horrible. Then 77, he went to 78. I'm sorry. 77. No, 79 was his last season. 78 and 79, he was with the 49ers. He was all done, though. His knees were done. Let's put this back in. Red Sox fan. There we go. There we go. And then this was a gift. Someone sent me this. The OJ 49ers card. This is last year, 77. So it's not his last year. Next to last year. 4.4 yards a carry. 557 yards. Touchdowns, none. 126 carries. Not bad. He was productive. And that's on horrible knees. OJ lives a couple miles away? Cool. Listen, I like OJ Simpson. And I get it. I get the other stuff. I understand. I get it. That's really cool, Bernard. If OJ played today, don't think he would be a running back, probably a tight end or edge rusher. I think he'd still be a running back. But yeah, you never know how they would switch him. But OJ was great. You can't take nothing away from the older players. They played in it. It's tough now. It was even tougher then. Believe me, from what I saw. And football players are tough. Hockey players are insanely tough. Boxers are very tough. You know who's not tough? Nomar Garciaparra. I already told you why. OJ spoke out on an issue currently. Love what he had to say. I know what issue you're talking about. I'm going to leave that issue off the channel. I'm not going to get started on that. I'll just say some people are born men and some people are born women. And that's what you are. That's physically. Whatever's in your head's different, but physically is different. You're either this or that. There's no in between. Cool. All right, I will send you a message, my friend. Maybe we get OJ on the channel. OJ just that good. Sounds like he could have kept playing, getting 4. His knees were done. He had like Bobby Orr knees. The cartilage on cartilage. I mean, bone on bone. The cartilage was gone. I thought I had this card before I went, but I did not. This is another fantastic, this wonderful human being. Walter Payton died way too young. And again, this was not dirt cheap, but it wasn't expensive. I was like, I want that card. Booma, 1967. Love it. Got a Dick Raditz card. Rico. This is solid shortstop. Good player. Nothing good. I like this because it's 67 rookies. Mike Andrews, Reggie Smith. Love this card. Then I had these in my they were in the drawer. I was cleaning a drawer out. It's like I didn't even remember these. This is this is a UMass card. Chaz Williams. He was a pretty good player. Tony Phillips. I don't know how I had these random cards. Nolan Ryan. Sweet. Stan Javier. Very serviceable player. Eric Karros. And I have a Roger Clemens card. It's kind of chewed up. It was stuck in the drawer. anyway, those were neat finds. I'm going to show OJ. You don't think I love OJ? I love OJ. All right, you're going to see me in my shorty pants. This is I'm making a war map to play a game using Axis and Allies, the Battle of Dien Bien Phu. But I have to get the paper underneath. Someday I'll play that once I come up with the rule set. This is the this is a certificate of authentication. I gotta put that back here. But this is O.J. Simpson, obviously not the 1960s, but see, it's O.J. Heisman, 1968. This is not the helmet he obviously wore, but it is pretty freaking cool. And this is probably my most expensive collectible. And it was at the Zombie Hideout. Nurse Teresa found this for me. I bought it. I've told that story before. I said, what's it, Reggie Bush or Matt Leinart? Who cares? I don't care. She goes, no, go look. And when she said that, I go, you got to be kidding me. She goes, go look. The juice. OJ. So that's pretty cool. I got to clean this room up so I can display this stuff better just for me. I come in this room, I just look at my stuff. Makes me happy. Life's tough. World's Worst Game. I remember having these large paper folders you could store stuff in that were also baseball cards. No, I put them in boxes. I mean, I've shown some of my real old baseball cards. I have these real big baseball cards. They're really cool. Basketball, too. Not in great shape, but they're really cool to look at. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I can't. I had to keep the AC on. There's no way I'm sitting in here this long. It gets too hot. I'm sorry if you can hear it. I downloaded some software, but it won't. I should have done it. It would have worked with this because I'm streaming through StreamYard. I probably should have tried it. When I do YouTube for the camera, I stream directly through YouTube. I don't use a software, and it wouldn't work. But again, yeah, the AC is going, so it is what it is. So, what is unique about the Thurman Munson card? And we talked about this before. It's kind of, but it's and again, you know, I'm a Red Sox fan. Munson was the better catcher than Fisk, and I like Fisk. Here's the other thing: the '75 World Series. I watched those games over and over again on YouTube in the highlights. He should have made the throw. The guy bumps into him. Big whoopee ding dong. He still had all day in the world to throw. Should have been interference. Maybe, right? But he should have still made the throw. DJ John 4444. After a long day, this is what I need. A little chat with Al. That's right. The beard. I thought this was so cool. You know this is spring training. The beard. Yes. DJ John 444. You have come to the right place. Boom. Do you hear the Thunder Boomers? I'm going to go for 6 more minutes. Then we're going to call it quits. We had a lot of fun. It was a Thursday chat with Al. I have some other cards coming. I kind of told you already. Arnold Palmer. Really cool card. 1996, they did these cards. PGA cards. Very cool. I got the 1962, and he made a putt. I think he's going like this. It's really cool. I have a Wilt Chamberlain card coming. Tony Canigliaro card coming, rookie year. putting on some. I don't like bidding because I hate when people come in at the end, but that's the way it is. eBay. I just want a few other things, and I'm done. I'm done. There are things I want, not real expensive. I pay my bills. I go to work. I pay my taxes. No one goes hungry in this house, so it's my entertainment dollars. Random human 19 months and good player not great. Tragic death. Yep. Resulted in being overrated. Sorry. He's a very good player. He's a very good player. He's one of the best catchers in the 70s. He is. It's a fact. All people are overrated. He's better than Fisk. How many times Fisk hit 300? I hate saying it. It's true. Just my opinion, and everyone's entitled to theirs. Yeah, and yes, the tragic death does make it, it elevates. He was a very good player. Beard, yep. Thoughts on Fury Nangu bout guy? Should Fury be stripped of the title? No. Fury doesn't need the title. Fury is boxing. He doesn't need the title. There'd be idiots to strip him. The best heavyweight out there. I mean, at some point he ages, and if he keeps fighting, he loses. That's what happens. Floyd Mayweather retired undefeated. Junior. Rocky Marciano retired undefeated. Joe Calzaghe retired undefeated. Trying to think of some others. Andre Ward retired undefeated. Not many people retire undefeated. He's the MMA fighter, right? Fury will kill him. If this is the MMA guy. I think that's the MMA guy. If it's a boxing match, Fury will kill him. If it's MMA, obviously the other guy's favorite, but it's going to be a boxing match. Todd B, how you doing? Hall of Fame is full of good, not great players. And here's one of them. Al, is it Trevor Hoffman? Is Trevor Hoffman a Hall of Famer? No. He cost me money. To me, yes, obviously he's a Hall of Famer. But yeah, he's not my... Yeah. Cost me money, man. Should have saved that damn playoff game. To me, Mariano Rivera, very good. Hall of Famer, absolutely. Relievers, Raleigh Fingers, Bruce Sutter, Hoffman, Eckersley. I'm sure I'm missing other relievers. I think Gossage is in the Hall, right? Some players, okay, I mean, like people, I've gone back and forth whether Dwight Evans should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I know he had the most homers in the 80s and all that stuff, or in that time period, certain time period. He's an excellent player, outfielder, but he's not a Hall of Famer, and I love Dwight Evans. He's not. Look at his stats. Look at his batting stats. Not. I get it. He hit all those home runs, but look, he had in the 70s, he did not have. He's a mediocre hitter. Mid-level. I shouldn't say mediocre. Gary Banks. And again, I don't know how to pronounce the gentleman, the former UFC champion's name. Nagano. No. Fury will kill him in a boxing match. If Fury takes him serious, and if Fury hasn't aged, because you can walk into that ring and you're done. That night, you're done. You've aged. That happened to Hagler against Leonard. I never seen him miss so many punches, and not like Leonard moved a lot. He just aged. And he still fought him pretty well, though I do think after watching it over a couple of times without sound, Leonard probably, I mean, he won the fight. He probably did win the fight. Oh. Mariano Rivera. I think he's the best. One of the best. You can't go wrong with any of the guys I said. Random Human 19. Like Mork from Orc. Nanu. Oh, really? Thank you. What are your thoughts on that fight? Chris, Dewey's a Hall of Famer, and Chris. That, and again, that's everyone's opinion. Someone's, it's cool. If he got in, I wouldn't be unhappy, World's Worst Gamer, Tony Fernandez. Should be in the Hall now, in his opinion, which is cool. Captain Carl. Red Sox could have had Trevor Hoffman. His older brother Glenn played with them. That's right. Glenn finished his career with the Dodgers, I believe. SGJ Jamie. I was a fan of Evans too, but not a Hall of Famer. Actually, as a third bat, could be much better case for Darryl. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, at third base, you can make a better case for Darryl Evans. Not to say he should be two or not, but 414 pre-steroids. He's talking about homers. I think, Hall of Famers, since we're on that. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. Chris Anderson made the best point ever. He got suspended for life as a manager, not as a player. And you can say what you want. It was as a manager. First of all, he should be in the Hall of Fame. He's the all-time leading hits leader. You can just put a plaque, banned from baseball due to gambling when he was a manager. Is that difficult? Is that difficult? It's the all-time hits leader. Come on. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Again, banned from baseball operations as I drop my cards. Due to gambling. I think the Black Sox, the ones who had the stats, Shoeless Joe Jackson, should be in the Hall of Fame. Banned from baseball, gambling. Up until that point, they're Hall of Famers, right? Barry Bonds, I've kind of turned on that. I'm not a Barry Bonds fan. He seems not like a nice person. Ooh. Here's another. Oh, my God. Don't lose the OJ cards. I'm going to cry. I lose my OJ cards. But again, these are just my opinions. Everyone's opinion's interesting, right? Brian Hoxie, ever since Scott Rowland got in, yuck. I figured that would open up for so many other players that were just below great careers. I guess we'll see. Richie L, 1991. It is for MLB. Every is difficult to them, LOL. Dale Murphy, very good player. Pete Rose surely should be in the Hall of Fame, but as a hitter only. Yeah, but he was a better fielder than he's given credit for. He was an all-star at a lot of different positions. He's a good player. He's a really good player. Some of these stat games, and again, I don't look up everything, but he's an all-star at certain, and again, sometimes the all-star thing, like Jeter sometimes shouldn't. Jeter was still a very good shortstop. I would have took Jeter over Nomar any day of the week, and you already know why. I've told the story. He played to win. Evans basically 500. Dwight Evans. Okay. 500 doubles, 400 homers, 8 gold gloves, led the 80s in homers and outfield assists, dominated a decade, should be in. Valiant point. Well taken. If he gets in, it wouldn't bother me. I don't think he's getting in. Rice should have been in a long time ago before he got in. Love Al Oliver. I mean, there are people who thought Craig Biggio shouldn't have got in. Like sports reporters. They go, are you out of your mind? The guy got 3,000 hits. Was an all-star catcher. All-star second baseman, I believe, in the outfield, too. 3,000 hits, people. He's singles, doubles hit. What does that mean? I remember listening to people on WFAN. Mike Francesa being one of them. Pretty sure Mike was one of them. He didn't think Biggio was a Hall of Famer. I know I think he was one of them. I could be whatever. I remember listening to people calling in, yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer. Are you out of your mind? The guy hit 3,000 hits. Vada Pinson, very good hitter. Very good ball player. Cincinnati Reds, most of it, right? Did he go somewhere else after? Probably. If Harold Baines is in, so should Evans. But then also a ton of other guys. It's strange. You're right, Random Human. SGJ Jamie. It took several players to break Cobb's record, and not sure anyone will break his career batting average. Chris Anderson. Biggio, all-time doubles hitter, 3,000 hits, all-star at 3 positions, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. And there's still, I remember when he got in, he's a singles doubles hitter. What does that mean? He's a singles doubles hitter. He was an all-star at 3 positions. Catcher, outfielder, second base. Red Sox almost had him. They wanted to trade for him, but he vetoed the trade. He stayed in Houston his whole career. So, but 12:06. We're going to call it a stream in a minute. So thank you very much. Hope we had a fun little stream here. Went 2 hours and 21 minutes. Hopefully certain things work out, and I'll have some stuff. But thank you very much to everyone. I tell you, I wouldn't want to be stuck on an elevator with Jeff Kent and Barry Bonds. Not fun people. Jeff Kent, good, very good second baseman. Hitting, defensively, he wasn't bad. He was a very good hitter. What about Steve Garvey? Again, a good player, very good player. They didn't get in by now. They're not getting in. It's just the stats are insane. I'll leave you with this. It's not baseball, but football. You look at quarterbacks. I was talking a little bit about Ken Stabler in 1976. He completed 70% of his passes. 70%. That is probably, to me, one of the greatest football seasons ever for a quarterback, because you have to understand the way defense could play. They could bump you, touch you. They couldn't knock you down. They could touch you, though, and jostle you to a point, but as long as the ball wasn't in the air. It's phenomenal. 70% in 1976. The only team to beat them in 1976. Who was the only team to beat the Oakland Raiders, who went on to win the Super Bowl? And they crushed them. They crushed them. Who was the only team to beat the 1976 Oakland Raiders? The Raiders. And they got their ass kicked in that game. We'll leave you with that. So we'll say thank you to Brian Hoxie, DJ John, World's Worst Gamer. Where's DJ John? DJ John, you're correct. The New England Patriots. Grogan, Sam Bam Cunningham, Andy Johnson, Russ Francis, Randy Vitaha, Daryl Stingley. Steve Nelson's on that team. Mike Haynes. There's many other. There's a tremendous, tremendous team. 76. 47-17. Booyah. Yeah, 70%. Look it up. It's insane. I did the double take when I saw that. So, I mean, you take any quarterback from the older eras, 50s on, whatever, Sammy Baugh, doesn't matter. They could play now. They'd be a little bigger. You know, again, the training, these guys had to go, again, I'm not saying they did physical labor. They had to work another job, most of these guys. You know, I'm not, you know, and I didn't see them play. I read about them, so maybe it's more romanticized or whatever. But they were good players. I'm talking about the old school. Tough. You know, everyone's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Just like in the 60s, the Packers. Bart Starr had some good years and he had some horrific years if you look statistically. But you have to understand, when they threw the ball, they wanted to throw downfield. They wanted chunks of yards. They threw screens. They threw short too. Don't get me wrong. The Packers, yeah, they ran the ball to set up the pass. You can talk about all the run they did. Jim Brown could have played anytime. Insane how good he was. There's another guy retired on top. So, but anyhow, it was a fun chat. Thank everybody. I'm going to quickly go through this. Richie L says, I watched the documentary about the Raiders team a few months ago called The Sea of Hands. Oh, that's when they beat the Dolphins in the 74 playoffs, I think. And then they lost to Pittsburgh in the AFC Championship, I think. That derailed the Dolphins because they had gone to 3 consecutive Super Bowls, losing to the Cowboys, beating the Redskins, and beating the Vikings. And then they lost to the Raiders in the divisional, what would probably have been the divisional playoffs. All right. Thank you, Richie L. SGJ Jamie. Bears Den. The ball did look bigger back then, the football. Yeah, probably was. I don't know. World's Worst Gamer, Christopher Anderson. Hope mom and dad are doing well. Gary Banks from across the pond. Brian Hoxie, DJ John 44. Todd B. Random Human. Noble Piercy. Captain Carl. Salvador America. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Michael Canisteri. Good to hear that you're doing better. Great to hear that you're doing better. And again, check out Highlight Heyday. I forgot to put I should do that. I'm going to do that now. I wanted to do that. I forget things. Let's do this really quick. Check out his channel. Bear with me a moment. Let's find it here. I was watching a lot of In the Heat of the Night. I'm going to read. It's free on YouTube. If you've never seen In the Heat of the Night with Sidney Poitier and Rod Steiger, highly recommend it. So I'm going to put this in the chat. Highlight Heyday. Again, just check out the channel. He's going through some tough medical stuff. Not good. But hopefully he stays. He's been fighting it. Continue to fight. Hopefully there'll be a good outcome. But just stop by. Say hello. Wish him well. It will lift his spirits up even more. If you can do that. He has a GoFundMe. I've donated. Uncle Dave Gardner's donated. You don't have to do that. I'm not saying to do that. But just stop by and say hello. That's what our community is about. Who else? Brian Hoxie, thank you. If I missed you going out, I hopefully I said hello coming in. Salvador America, I already said. Todd B, I'm pretty sure. Bernard. Check out his wonderful channels, 1950 Replay for the Red Sox. Bears Den, thank you. Good God, we had a lot of people in chat. That's awesome. Jack Thompson, thank you. Steeler fan, thank you. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, up. Scroll up. Gandalf, thank you. Legend Sports Universe, thank you. Robert Bryant, thank you. Jake Cruz, our Dolphin fan, thank you, thank you, thank you. Midlife Crisis, thank you. And again, I apologize if I miss you on the way out, but I'm pretty sure I got everyone on the way in. Wow. Mark Jones. Doug Hunt, as the lightning is now going off. I know Uncle Dave Gardner was here earlier, so thank you. Jim L., hope all as well. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out his wonderful channel, our good friend Tim. All right, we're going to have to cut the thank you short because it's going insane outside. I think we got wow, it's still going up. Okay, we're going to cut that short. So thank you very much. Again, please, if you can, check out Highlight Heyday. Stop by and say hi, wish him well. It would mean a lot. Little things like that help. Believe me, they do. Paulie Patriot. I guess we're going to leave that as a final thought. Paulie Patriot. Oh, there we go. It's Tribes fan. So, all right. We get the coffee ready. Gonna go take a nap, get up and go to work. And it's Friday. We're in Friday already, people. It's a weekend, baby. It's the weekend. Maybe we'll do it again. We'll do it again and again and again and again. All right. Well, thank you for coming along for the ride. I probably shouldn't drink this rest of this coffee, but I'm gonna. And so it was a really fun chat. Bye-bye. God bless. Stay safe. Be smart. Treat people the way you're going to be treated. Don't take any poop from anyone, but be smart about it. And if you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, first time coming here, probably like, who's this jerk? But, if you want to subscribe, that'd be cool. Hit the bell for notification. Check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. Subscribe to them. Check them out. Enjoy when they have live streams. Thumb them up. Share. All that good stuff. That's about it, folks. So God bless. I love you all. We'll see you soon. Good Lord permitting. Good Lord permitting, as they say. So, peace, baby.